Welcome back everyone for another cook along. Today I want to show you how to make the best BLT in the world. This is like a deluxe BLT because I'm going to make an aioli. I'm going to use mayonnaise and roasted garlic and some rosemary from my garden. But first I just wanted to show you how I prepare my bacon. I like to line my broiler pan inside with foil so I don't create a lot of mess here. I like 6 pieces on my sandwich, and I'm only making one sandwich because it's just me. So I got my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to put these in the oven for about 20 minutes. And when I come back, I'll show you how to do the rest of it. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, so for the roasted garlic, we're going to need, if you have olive oil, that's what I prefer, but I'm out of olive oil. But I do have some olive oil cooking spray. And I have some sea salt and some black pepper. I got a big old stupid head of garlic today at the store. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this garlic and we're going to cut the top off of it just to expose the tips of these bulbs, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like. See that? And you don't really have to remove all of this husk. You can remove like the pieces that are really loose, but you don't really need to worry about that. So you're going to take this head of garlic and lay it on your foil. And I'm going to spray it with my olive oil, like that. And we're going to put a little black pepper and a little sea salt, like that. And we're going to wrap it up. Like this. Now when my bacon comes out of the oven, I'm going to turn the temperature up from 350 to 450. And I'm going to lay this on a little baking pan and bake it for 1 hour. And when I come back, I'll show you guys how to do the rest. Okay, you guys, I've just pulled the bacon out of the oven. And I cranked it up to 450. So as soon as it comes up to 450, I'm going to put that head of garlic in there to roast for 1 hour. Okay, so this is what the bacon looks like. I told you guys 20 minutes at 350. It actually took 30 minutes. So I cooked them on one side for 15, and I turned them over and let them finish on the other side for 15. And this is what it looks like. Get some of that extra grease off of there. You would just make sure you check your bacon as it's cooking, especially after 20 minutes, because you definitely don't want to burn your bacon. Bacon is like the gold standard of food. All right, so I'll come back to you guys in an hour, and I'll show you how I prepare the garlic rosemary aioli. And I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, we're back, you guys. I just pulled the garlic out of the oven. And I wanted to show you what it looks like when it first comes out of the oven. This is really hot. We're going to let this cool down because I'm going to be mushing it up and putting it in the refrigerator mixed with mayonnaise and rosemary here in just a little bit. So I want it to come to room temperature. Give that a look. One of these cloves eaten raw would be horrible, but a lot of people eat these roasted just by themselves. They're so good. They're sweet with a little nutty flavor. They're delicious. So I wanted you to see what it looks like. I'll come back in about 10 minutes after it's cooled down, and I'll show you the rest. Okay, once again, what I'm going to make right now is called aioli. There's a lot of recipes for aioli. This is just the way I like to make it. Instead of just using mayonnaise, this is what we're going to use on our BLT. So I'm going to put about a half a cup of mayonnaise in my bowl. I'd say that's about a half a cup. All right. And then I'm going to take my roasted garlic and I'm going to just squeeze it. And you'll see the bulbs just squeeze right out. So we're going to get that. Still hot, but I've made it like this before warm, so, and it turned out just as good. Let me rinse my hands off. Okay, and then I'm going to take a fork, once I locate it, and I'm going to smush the garlic into the mayonnaise. Kind of mix them together as I go along. I like my garlic to be a little chunky, not too chunky, but I like it a little chunky. Next, I'm going to add some rosemary that I've already cut up. I got this out of my yard. I grow this myself. Anyway, it's much better if you use fresh. You can use it dried, but this is just much better. So that's about a tablespoon. Now I'm just going to mix that together. And I'm going to cover this up. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let all these flavors hang out in there and get to know each other for a little while. I know this seems like a lot of work, but this is something you can do the day before, because really this is the longest part of the process. Anyway, so I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and when I get back, we'll put this sandwich together. Okay, let's start putting this together. I'm telling you guys, it's worth all the effort. I like to put mine on a Publix toasted French roll. And I put my aioli on each side. Once you have it like this, you won't ever want it the other way. Not that there's anything wrong with the other way. I'll never turn down a BLT. I made this with real mayonnaise. I know some people are all about Miracle Whip, but this is the only way to do it, in my opinion. All right, so I like to layer it in a certain way. So here's the top of the bun, here's the bottom. I like to put the lettuce on the bottom bun. I use hearts of romaine because they fit nicely on this size bun, this size roll. All right. All right. Then I like to put my tomatoes on the top. And I like to pepper them. I just think that looks pretty. And then the bacon, of course, the star of the show. Your house is going to smell incredibly delicious. Your neighbors are going to want to come over and eat a sandwich. All right, so let's put this guy together. Cut it in half. Take a look at that. Oh yeah. And while we're here, you know I got to take a bite. You guys can have this half, okay? This is your half. I'll save it for you, I promise. My goodness. Scrumdiddlyumptious. Okay, guys. Give this a try. Let me know how you like it. And I'll see you guys on the next eat along. Have a good weekend.